All right. All right, guys, welcome back. So we're gonna go ahead and break into our One Piece segment. So Jordan, let's go ahead and get a overview as far as last week's manga.
Okay. All right. So this past week's manga was pretty good. First, we start off with Luffy having a flashback with when he was training with Riley, and Riley was explaining that Luffy is very good at sensing people's emotion through his observation haki. He has I guess, an ability that Riley hasn't really seen before. So we come back and we kind of see essence of it when he's fighting Katakuri. It seems like there's panels of Katakuri thinking, oh, like, come on, step up to the occasion, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not sure if that was him literally saying it or if that was Luffy sensing it from him. But yeah, they continue fighting. Luffy's doing okay, but for the most part, Katakuri's still running the fight. And basically they basically are just continuing the fight. And by the end of the chapter, Luffy reveals that he has a new gear, which is Gear 4th, Snake Man. So just curious to see what it ends up being. Some people are thinking that it's going to be like a speed form of Gear 4th. I personally think it's going to more so be based on like kind of dodging or something, because snakes are kind of elusive. So we'll see what happens. It looks really interesting, but that's a pretty rough overview of the chapter for the week.
Okay. And just so our audience knows, I love you guys so much that I've taken it upon me to go ahead and join the One Piece world and give you guys a taste as far as how difficult it is to get into this as a newcomer. So I'll give you guys updates as far as where I'm at each week. I'm sure it's gonna be.
Are you saying you're watching the anime?
I'm gonna watch the whole damn anime.
That's respect.
I'm going to catch all of you.
That is respect.
All right,
guys. He loves you guys, because that's gonna be a big undertaking.
And I really wanted to just watch Martin from season 1 on through, but I've decided to not do that with Martin.
That's crazy.
He's being sarcastic. It sucks. All right. Well, with that being said, Jordan actually wanted to go ahead and break a list out for us, since his partner in crime for debating has not been here. Hate crime to Roy.
Dang.
Hate crime. Hate mail.
Sorry, Roy.
Hate crime to Roy's African, so that'd be hate crime as well. And also, Martin, you suck for not coming to either days too. But either way, Jordan, go ahead and give us that list, big guy.
I'll give you a second. All right. So I have a tier list. It won't be as entertaining as what Justin just said, but here's the tier list, and I want you guys to really, comment down below and let me know if you think I'm crazy or if you think that this list kind of makes sense where I'm coming from. So basically, I actually watched a video by a YouTuber named Frankie. He named the strongest to the weakest Straw Hat crew, and I wanted to do my own tier list of it. So especially with Luffy,
Frankie, we'll give you a shout out in the description. Don't get mad.
Okay. And hey, if you wanna, he has like 54,000 subscribers, so
cool.
Give us a shout out too. No, I'm just messing with him. All right. Anyway, so basically with this training arc with Luffy, I feel like this is kind of an appropriate time to do this tier list. So I have my handy dandy notebook. So of course the strongest member of the Straw Hat crew is Luffy, main character, automatically gets it.
Number one.
There you go. Sorry. Yeah, I'll let you know when I'm going on the next one. So Luffy, Gear 4th, uber powerful. Every time he goes into it, he kind of takes control of the battle for that set period of time. And now with this introduction of like Tank Man, Bound Man, and Snake Man, he kind of takes the cake right now. He's fighting a number 1 commander or right hand man to a Yonko. Luffy's definitely number 1.
Number 2.
All right, number 2. Some people might argue this. This is Zoro for me. So, with the new introduction of Jinbei, this kind of adds a little kink into the big 3, which is Luffy, Sanji, and Zoro. Jinbei, I believe, is a little bit weaker than Zoro. So Zoro, when you look at how I compiled this, is kind of what the person's motivation is, and also the utility of their fighting ability and utility to the crew when it comes to combat. Zoro's motivation is to become the best swordsman, and I think with that, he automatically has to be the right hand man, and he has to be able to fight these strong opponents. When Luffy is fighting a Yonko, Zoro has to fight the right hand man. Story-wise, it always goes that way. Luffy fights the number 1, Zoro fights the number 2. So I think Zoro is up there, but the feats in the New World, he hasn't really had an opponent that's really pushed him, and he's had strong opponents, but for the most part, he's wiped the floor with them, especially with Pika. And coming into the next story arc, which is going to be Wano, that's going to, I think he's going to definitely get stronger there, and we're going to see more of his ability. So I give number 2 to Zoro.
Number 3.
Number 3, obviously I just mentioned him. This might hurt a little Sanji fanboys, but I think it's Jinbei now. What we've seen is Jinbei is strong. We've known that since the beginning. One of the first times we met him, he was a warlord already. He was able to fight Ace, Luffy's brother, for a day straight or whatever ridiculous amount of time it was. And you know, he was a captain of his crew, the Sun Pirate, the Fishman Pirates. Sorry, there we go. And you know, and even in the last few chapters, he knocked off Big Mom off their ship. He's pretty powerful, especially since he'll be around water majority of the time. In the water, fishmen aren't really messed with, so I think Jinbei is definitely a strong number 3. Him and Zoro are really close.
Number 4.
Number 4, Sanji. Sanji, we already know his combat ability is there, but I have to rank him number 4 because, and with I think a pretty decent power gap between Jinbei and Sanji, because we've seen the extent of his abilities. When he fought Doflamingo, he got wrecked by Doflamingo. I don't think that it would go the same way if it was Jinbei or Zoro. Sanji, we have really yet to see him make any combat feats. He's made a cake. Good for you, but nothing really combat-wise. But we already know he definitely is one of the stronger crewmates, so I will give him number 4.
Number 5.
That's 5 in French.
Oh, nice. For your French viewers out there. Number 5, this also might cause a little discrepancies, but I'm going to give it to Brook. Brook has been almost the MVP. I want to give Brook the MVP of the Whole Cake Island arc. Brook has been doing everything for the crew. He's gotten the Poneglyph. He's fought Big Mom one-on-one. He's put damage on Big Mom's souls with I think it was Prometheus. Yeah, he injured Prometheus. Brook has been on his P's and Q's this whole arc, and I think that his strength has definitely stepped it up from before the time skip. And I have to give it to Brook. Brook has been on point, and he's been a great swordsman too. So no one's really messing with Brook this arc.
Number 6.
6, I'm going to give it to Robin. Robin is very, very useful in a fight. So Robin, she can take out a lot of opponents at once. We saw that in Fishman Island. We've seen it even when she was first introduced back in the Crocodile arc. She just has always been strong. I think that Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji definitely took a leap up above her, because when they first introduced her, she was definitely in their ranks. But now she's gotten stronger since the time skip. She can fly. She really hasn't even really been pushed herself. So, and she's also very combatantly smart. So I definitely give it to her, because I think the utility of her fighting someone and fighting a big group of people is pretty high, and she's very smart in a fight.
Number 7.
All right, another probably controversial one. I'm going to give it to Chopper now. Chopper, the reason I give it to Chopper is because now he's mastered his monster point. With his monster point, he can put out a lot of damage. He can take out a lot of hits. He always has the capability to go into it now, so it's no longer something he has to really work at or really like go out of his way or be unconscious when he's in that form. Chopper is really smart as well. they hinted before he has an ability to find people's weaknesses. They haven't really showed that since, but if he still has that ability, that is going to be very vital, I think, especially in this Wano Kuni arc that's coming up. And like I said, Chopper, he's been pulling his weight as well in this arc, and he also was able to beat Brûlé and take advantage of her powers. So he definitely is strong. He's taken out a couple of Big Mom pirates, and I think we're gonna keep seeing him getting better.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Frankie. I feel like Frankie's a little low, but you have to hear me out on this one. So Frankie is strong. No one's arguing that. Frankie is a good pirate, a good asset to the pirate crew. However, I think that he's cut a little short. So what we saw in when they were going against the Doflamingo family in Dressrosa was that he fought. He got into a slugfest with him, and it was solid, but the dude wasn't ridiculously strong. I think Frankie's best utility is when he's in the Frankie Shogun, the big robot, but he doesn't always have access to that, and that's why I'm ranking him at 8th right now. Until he shows more feats, I will put him at a strong 8.
Strong 9.
Strong 9. The strong 9 is Nami. Nami has shown in this arc that she also is useful in combat. She helped Luffy fight Katakuri, or not Katakuri, I'm sorry, Cracker, and now she's helping him fight, and then she also is helping the crew escape from Big Mom. Nami, I think Oda said Nami is definitely one of the smartest people in the One Piece universe, and her capability of using and taking advantage of the weather is very good. It's just that the only problem is if she is not a sponge, if she gets hit hard, she gets kind of down, and a lot of her moves have to be set up. She can't just fight someone one-on-one. So therefore, that puts her near the low tier, but she's not at the bottom. And last but not least,
Number 10.
Number 10 is Usopp. Usopp, I think, has the 3rd highest bounty on the crew, but Usopp is definitely the weakest. Usopp is a great sniper. He's a great tactician, but he's not the strongest Straw Hat. I'm sorry for all you Usopp fans out there. He definitely has he has quirky abilities and stuff, and now he unlocked observation hockey, or a form of it. I just don't see him being extremely useful in a one-on-one fight, though. So that's my tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you want to rail me, but hey, I think that's a solid, strong to our tier list for the crew.
And we're gonna take it a step further. Watch Mojo, what you got?
Oh,
all right,
calling people out.
All these little lists and stuff. What you got? Okay, we're ready. We'll take you on any day. I don't know what the hell you just said, but I'm rocking with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Expansion pack. We stay together.
Let's do it. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and what was we talking about? Oh yeah, Roy's not here again. I'm sorry. I forgot because Roy's not here again. Hey, Roy. All right, we're gonna go ahead and jump over to NBA next. We'll be back.